What is going on, everyone, in the office? And today we're talking the gimbal, and I'm going to let you in a little secret. I'm going to teach you the one maneuver that it seems no one else on YouTube is talking about. It is the easiest way to move your gimbal to get that super smooth, ultra buttery footage we're all looking for our real estate videos. Let's go. All right, y'all, let's jump right in. Now, before we get started, there are a few topic matters I'd like to touch on. Number one, I use the Weebill S gimbal. This is not the gimbal you have to use. This tutorial will be relative no matter what gimbal you use. As a matter of fact, if you don't use a gimbal at all, it's still going to be relative. This technique will be helpful no matter what way you push and pull your camera and what device it's attached to. And that's because it deals with how the body's ergonomically set up. So the very first thing you want to do is make sure your gimbal is balanced, and not just kind of balanced, I mean accurately balanced on all aspects. If you don't know how to do that with your gimbal, I don't have any tutorials on it personally yet, but go check out Peter Macomb. He's kind of like my go-to guy when it goes to anything gimbal. Real down to earth, love his style, love his videos. Shout out to you for no reason at all, man. But go check out his videos. If you've got a gimbal, he can teach you how to use it, and he'll definitely teach you how to balance it, which is the most important part. Now that we've talked about balancing the gimbal, let's talk about simple technique. Whenever you're new to a gimbal, everybody does the same thing. They hold on to the gimbal and they move it around with their arms. The big problem with this is that your arms are kind of like your weakest muscle in the body, even if you work them out all the time. If you do this all day long, no matter how swole up you are, your arms will be sore and wobbly throughout the day. So what you really want to do is keep the gimbal tight to you, as close as you can to your center mass. This allows your body to take all of the shock and vibration that your arms would be giving out with weakness. Once you have it close to the body, nice and secure location, you want to actually move from the knees and the ankles, keeping the hips on a parallel line. This will ensure that you're getting a nice smooth line forward and backward. If you're just taking your arm and pushing it out like this, then that's not going to ensure, because first of all, your body has to stabilize both of your arms to move at the exact same time. And then if you're doing it with something like a cell phone where you've got a wider angle of gap, then there's going to be a lot of micro jitter in that footage. We're trying to get rid of as much micro jitter as possible during this. So like I said, the main goal here is keeping it as close to the body as possible. You can keep your arms out, but realistically, if you can tuck the arms to the body, that is the absolute smoothest you will be able to move this gimbal. Now look at this footage. I'll show you a couple clips roundabout of me using it so you can really see from every angle how I move my gimbal back and forth. Look at my hips here in particular. Notice how when I rock back and forth, the hips are really keeping this parallel motion. I'm not going up and down, and since the gimbal is kind of statically locked to one place in my center mass, it's not going up and down. So it's eliminating a lot of the micro jitters you would get just from simple arm exhaustion. Now, don't get me wrong, obviously there are times where you're still going to need your ninja walk when you're trying to do walkthrough videos or something like that. But once again, this is just for that super simple, buttery smooth footage. Maybe you have a gimbal and you don't have a slider, but you really love the way those slider shots look. This is the way to get them with the device you already have without spending money. Maybe you don't have enough time to also set up the slider. This is the way to use the gimbal to get that super smooth footage. Once again, not addressing how you do your ninja walk. That is something you can learn over time, but this is a technique anyone can use right now to increase the smoothness of their real estate video footage. That's it. That's the whole tutorial. It's very, very simple, so it shouldn't be too long, right? I would love to see what y'all do with this amazing technique that, once again, for some reason, I don't find anyone talking about out there. Keep it simple. Use this technique. Lock up. Move at the knees and ankles. Keep that hip parallel and create those super smooth lines going forward with your gimbal. That's it, y'all. Come check us out next time. Thanks.